Leaving dinner early. After my boyfriend's friend introduced me as the current one, my boyfriend, 31M, invited me to dinner with his old college group. One of his female friends, 30F, who I've never met before, came late, looked me up and down, then said, "Oh, so you're the current one, cute." I was stunned. No one laughed, no one corrected her. My boyfriend just kind of chuckled awkwardly and changed the subject. I sat there in silence for another 20 minutes before excusing myself and leaving. I took an Uber home. Anna sat in the back of the car, staring out the window as the city lights passed by in a blur. The words played over and over in her mind like a song stuck on repeat. The current one. She had never been called something like that before, not even in school when girls could be mean and careless. And certainly not by an adult woman in a nice restaurant, surrounded by grown-ups who should know better. She had been excited about the dinner. Nervous, yes, but excited. When Daniel told her about the dinner with his old college friends, she had felt honored to be invited. Meeting someone's longtime friends meant something, did it not? It felt like a deeper step in the relationship. It meant she mattered. Daniel had always spoken about his college group with warmth. "They're my people," he had said one evening, smiling. "We've seen each other through everything. Breakups, new jobs, moving across the country." That was why Anna had picked out her favorite dress. The soft blue one with buttons down the front and little sleeves that fluttered when she moved. She had even curled her hair, something she only did on special occasions. Daniel had kissed her forehead when she stepped out of the bedroom. "You look amazing," he said, holding her hand. The restaurant had a warm feel to it, with hanging lights and wooden chairs. There was laughter at every table, forks clinking gently against plates, and a smell of warm bread in the air. Anna had smiled shyly as Daniel guided her to the back corner, where his friends had gathered. Everyone greeted Daniel with loud cheers and open arms. They welcomed Anna with friendly smiles. A tall man named Josh pulled out a chair for her. A woman named Clara complimented her dress. At first, things felt easy and light. They chatted about movies, old college memories, and funny things Daniel had done when he was younger. Then Maya walked in. Anna noticed her right away. Maya was striking. She had long, shiny black hair and wore a bright red blouse with sharp black heels. She moved with confidence, like someone who knew she belonged wherever she went. Everyone at the table turned to greet her. Hugs were exchanged, and Daniel stood up to welcome her too. Then Maya looked at Anna. Her eyes slowly scanned from Anna's shoes to her hair. There was no smile, no kindness in her expression, just cool curiosity. "Oh!" Maya said, drawing the word out. "So you're the current one. Cute." The table fell silent. Anna blinked, unsure she had heard correctly, but Maya had already turned her attention to someone else. She had said something completely normal. No one laughed. No one corrected her. And Daniel just gave an awkward chuckle, rubbing the back of his neck, and quickly said something about the appetizers. Anna sat frozen. She wanted to disappear. She tried to smile, but it felt fake and hard. Her hands were cold under the table. Why did he not say anything, she wondered. Why did no one say anything? She did not even know this woman. And yet she had made her feel small in a second. Like she was just one in a line of others. Not Anna, not Daniel's girlfriend, just the current one. For 20 long minutes, Anna sat quietly. She nodded politely when someone asked her a question, but she barely heard what they were saying. Her food sat untouched. Her chest felt tight, and her eyes stung just a little. Finally, she stood up. "I think I am going to head out," she said softly. Daniel looked up. "Wait, I need to go. I am not feeling great," she said. It was not a lie. Before he could say much else, Anna was already walking out the door. She called for a car and climbed in, sinking into the seat. Her hands trembled slightly, and she hugged her purse close. The driver asked if she was okay. She nodded and said yes. But inside, her heart felt heavy. She had not expected everyone to be perfect, but she had expected Daniel to defend her. To say instead, he had laughed and let it go. As the car pulled up to her building, Anna stepped out, thanked the driver, and walked slowly up the stairs. Each step felt harder than the last. She did not want to cry. But as soon as the door closed behind her, the tears came quietly, not loud, not wild, just soft and slow. Like the kind of tears that come when you realize someone you care about might not care for you in the same way. Anna sat on the edge of her bed, staring at the floor. Her dress was wrinkled from the car ride and her shoes pinched a little at the toes, but she did not care. Her heart was full of thoughts that bumped into one another, refusing to quiet down. She had not expected to feel so alone at dinner. She had walked in thinking she was stepping into Daniel's past in a meaningful way, but now, all she could think about was that one moment, that short sentence that had undone everything. So you're the current one. Cute. Anna whispered it out loud, testing how it felt in the air. The words still stung. She did not know how long she sat there before her phone buzzed on the nightstand. Daniel. She let it ring twice before answering. Hey, she said quietly. What happened? Daniel's voice was sharp. Why did you just leave like that? Anna took a deep breath. Did you not hear what Maya said to me? There was a pause. Yeah. I heard her. But it was just a joke, Anna. Maya always talks like that. She did not mean anything by it. A joke? Anna's voice rose just a little. She called me the current one. I am just someone temporary. That was not funny. It was rude. She was just being playful, Daniel said. You are taking it too seriously. You made it a thing by walking out. That was embarrassing. Anna's heart dropped. Embarrassing? Yes, Daniel said. You made it awkward for everyone. You could have just laughed it off. Why do you always have to overthink things? Anna's eyes filled again, but she blinked the tears away. Because it hurt. And because you did nothing. You just laughed. You did not even try to say, hey, that is not cool, or this is my girlfriend, and I care about her. You let her talk to me like I was a nobody. You are being too sensitive, he replied. You should apologize to Maya for making it weird. You walked out like a child. Anna's breath caught. She was not sure what was worse, the fact that Maya had said those words, or the fact that Daniel, the person who should have had her back, did not even see why it mattered. I'm not apologizing, she said softly. I did not do anything wrong. There was silence on the other end of the line. I need some time to think, she added, her voice barely above a whisper. Good night, Daniel. And she ended the call. Anna curled under the blanket, hugging a small pillow to her chest. Her apartment was quiet except for the ticking of a small wall clock in the kitchen. It felt too quiet. She thought about how she had felt that evening, walking in with a flutter in her chest, feeling pretty, feeling proud to be by Daniel's side. She had imagined this night being full of laughter and stories, maybe even feeling like she belonged. Instead, she had felt small. Was she wrong to walk out? Could she have stayed and smiled through it, even though her heart hurt? She shook her head gently. No. She knew how to be polite. She knew how to keep calm even when things felt hard, but that night she had reached her limit. Being polite did not mean staying silent when someone made you feel like you were just another face in a long line. The next morning, sunlight peeked through her curtains. Anna sat by the window with a cup of tea, her favorite green one with mint. The warmth helped her feel a little stronger. She opened her phone to find a single message from Daniel. Let me know when you are ready to talk. No apology, no explanation, just a line that sounded more like a command than care. She did not reply right away. Instead, she picked up a notebook from the shelf. Writing always helped her think. She wrote down everything she felt. The hope she had before dinner. The sting of Maya's words. The ache of being let down by someone she trusted. She paused, then wrote one question in big letters. What do I deserve? And underneath, in smaller letters, to be respected, to be defended, to feel like I matter, to be more than just the current one. She closed the notebook and placed it gently on her lap. Her eyes felt clearer. Her heart, though still sore, felt a little lighter. She was not overreacting. She was not making a big deal out of nothing. She was standing up for her worth. And for the first time in a long time, she felt proud of herself for doing that. 2 days passed, and Daniel had not said anything more. No calls, no visits, just silence. Anna tried to stay busy. She watered her plants, went on walks, and baked banana muffins to share with her neighbor. She even cleaned out a drawer that had not been touched in months. But no matter how much she did, her mind kept drifting back to that night at the restaurant. The way Maya looked at her, the way Daniel laughed, the way no one said anything. It was like a quiet movie playing on repeat in her head. Anna was not angry, not the loud shouting kind of angry. What she felt was deeper than that. It was disappointment, the kind that stays with you because you hoped for better. She did not want Daniel to be perfect. She did not expect him to fight every battle for her. But she had hoped, even in that small moment, that he would stand beside her, that he would see her, not just physically, but truly see her feelings. That afternoon, Anna's phone rang. She looked at the screen. It was Clara, one of the women from the dinner table. Clara had been kind and soft-spoken that night, asking about Anna's work and complimenting her shoes. Anna hesitated, then answered, "Hello? Hi, Anna. I hope this is okay. I wanted to call." Anna felt her chest tighten. Of course. Is everything all right? Yes, Clara said gently. I wanted to say I saw how uncomfortable you looked that night. And I wanted to say I am sorry. Anna sat down slowly, holding the phone close. Thank you. Maya's words were out of line, Clara said. She does that sometimes. Tries to be funny, but it comes out wrong. I should have said something, and I regret not speaking up. Anna felt her throat grow tight. No one had said this to her before. Thank you, she said again. It means a lot to hear that. I know Daniel from way back, Clara went on, and he can be slow to see when someone is hurt. He does. Not always understand how much words can cut, even when they are not meant to. Anna nodded, even though Clara could not see her. I think I needed him to say something. Anything. You deserve that, Clara said simply. You really did. They talked for a few more minutes. About books, about the muffins Anna had baked, about nothing and everything. And when the call ended, Anna sat in silence for a moment, tears slowly running down her cheeks. But this time they were not just tears of sadness. They were tears of relief. Someone saw her. Someone understood. Later that evening, Daniel finally knocked on her door. Anna opened it slowly. He stood there with tired eyes and hands shoved deep into his pockets. Can I come in? He asked. She nodded and stepped aside. They sat on opposite ends of the couch. The silence between them felt heavy. I have been thinking, Daniel said at last, about what happened, about what you said. Anna looked at him, her face calm. I should have stood up for you, he said. I should have said something to Maya. I did not mean to hurt you, but I see now that I did. Anna did not speak. She waited. Daniel looked down at his hands. I guess I just thought it was nothing, but it was not nothing to you. No, Anna said softly. It was not. He took a breath. I asked Maya about it. She said she was just teasing, that it is how she talks to everyone. But I told her it was not okay this time. Anna blinked. You did? Yes, he said. I told her you are important to me, and that calling you the current one was wrong. Anna felt something shift inside her. A small part of her heart felt a little less heavy. I also owe you an apology, Daniel added, for asking you to say sorry. That was not fair. You were the one who was hurt, and I did not protect you. There was silence again, but this time it was not cold. It was thoughtful. Anna spoke slowly. Thank you for saying that. I needed to hear it. I needed to know that you saw me, that you saw how much it mattered. Daniel nodded. I do now. And I am sorry it took me this long. They sat there, quiet and still. I want to do better, he said at last. Anna nodded. I want that too. But I also need to know that I will be treated with respect. Not just by you, but by the people around you. I need to feel safe. I understand, Daniel replied. For the first time since that night, Anna felt her shoulders relax just a little. The hurt was still there, but now it had room to heal. Maybe this was a beginning. Maybe not. But what mattered most was that she had found her voice, and she had used it. Over the next few days, things between Anna and Daniel became calm, but not in the usual way. It was the kind of calm that comes after a storm. There was peace, but also space, and a quiet understanding that not everything could return to how it once was. They still spoke. They even had lunch together once, sitting in the park with sandwiches and lemonade. Daniel tried harder. He asked how she felt. He listened more. And though Anna appreciated his efforts, something inside her had shifted.